Hello everybody and welcome to whatever we are calling this. I still don't think we know what we're calling it. What are we calling it, Jaden?
I'm not completely sure. Maybe, my dumb review of Dress Up Darling.
Well, that's what the topic is. It's not what, the overall name is for it.
I don't know.
But it's fine. So, I'm Corbin here, and we've got Jaden with us. And
Yep.
if he didn't tell you, we are talking about My Dress Up Darling today. This is a 12-episode anime season that aired earlier this year in 2022.
It was the winter 2022 season, yes.
No,
winter 2021.
Oh, great. Here's the thing. I made a bet with Jaden, another bet. We make too many bets to where he would be reading something. I don't think he even knows what he's reading yet.
Nope.
And I would watch this. Well, he is still reading Musical, and I watch this. So, in my opinion, My Dress Up Darling is an interesting series. I watched 12 episodes of it. You own all of the manga, correct, Jaden?
Yes, I have all 6 current English volumes. I plan to keep growing the collection. Now,
all right.
You watched it all in 2 days, which was very impressive.
Well, it's terrible. So, I've opened up a document on my phone, pretty much saying my thoughts and feelings on the said series. So, let's start with my thoughts. My first thought is that it is good but flawed.
Okay.
Mostly the reason for this comes up in the rest of these. So let me get started. It has a great message, in my opinion. I think the message that pretty much you can do what you want to do, and it doesn't matter what other people think. I think that is a good message in a whole for a series. It's not the best thing ever, but it works really well, and it is a good premise that's set up in the first episode.
Yep.
Right?
I agree because, I mean, both in Marin and Gojo's, they're dynamic. They both have insecurities about themselves, and they learn to start expressing their hobbies and enjoyments as the series goes on.
Yeah, yes, and I this is a very good thing. It's tackling a topic that not a whole lot of things really focus on, or they focus on them, but not as the majority that this does. I do like the relationship that is built between the two.
Yep.
I really think that in the 12th episode, after the credits have rolled, it goes back to a scene with Marin and Gojo.
Yes.
Right? I think that is probably the best scene in the anime, or the second.
Here's my favorite part about Gojo. He is an absolute Chad. He's not a horny loser like most other romance anime main characters. I mean, yes, he is to an extent, obviously, but he doesn't make that his entire personality. He's intelligent, and he's a hard worker, and he cares about Marin's feelings as well.
Exactly. Next thing I put is the premise is good. I think that the premise of, hey, we're making a cosplay, that works. Where it takes this is my biggest problem with the series. But I think the idea of the beginning of it, hey, here, you know what? I've wanted to do a cosplay my entire life. Let's do it. Perfect. I don't think there's a problem with that, right? If done any other way, could have been a whole lot better. Execution is terrible. Execution is terrible. There's some moments in there, right? But it's just bad. It's just like, no.
Is it the fans?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
You could have just been open about that.
And in my last big topic I want to say before we get into a more general discussion of my thoughts is, I think every single character in this series, besides 3 of them, there's 5 named characters in my opinion, right? We can break those down in a minute. All but 3 of them have serious mental health problems. These kids need therapy.
You need to tell me about this, cause
they need therapy. All right. First off, Gojo. He is sit in his room for forever, mastering a craft. All right. And he never once went outside to have fun.
Yeah, I mean,
he needs mental help.
Yeah, I mean,
Marin, you know what she does? She obsesses over these characters to where she wants to be them. I understand wanting to cosplay these characters. I think some characters are cool, and I'd like to do it. She has an obsession that is unhealthy in every sense. She needs therapy. The 2 sisters, best characters in the series. They don't need as much therapy, but hiding your feelings and understanding, great moment. You need a little bit of therapy. Every character in the series needs therapy except for the grandpa, because the grandpa is God's gift on this planet.
Yeah, Gramps is the best, clearly.
Alright, so jokes aside, but I do think these characters have mental health problems that they need to get resolved. Let's go into characters. So first, the main character is Gojo.
The main character is Marin, and you know that. Me and you both know that.
main male protagonist.
Okay, yeah,
is
okay,
Gojo.
yeah, all right.
What do you think of his character? Because
I really like him. I think his backstory of being ridiculed for his admittedly kind of weird to others hobby, even though he doesn't see it that way, and then when Marion accepts him for who he is, I think that's really good character growth.
Yeah,
for him.
yes, it does definitely show, like, and I really liked it throughout the entire series. He's always like, she lives in a world that I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is literally an entire world in which I've never seen.
Yeah, because
right, but yet she's almost the same as me,
mm-hmm.
but has lived in an entirely different world. Great, I think that is great. Execution, no.
You seem to praise this anime so much until you don't.
Yeah, I it's a very hard topic for me. Just like on one part, it's like, in my opinion, on fan service in general, if you're going to take it to the lengths that this series took it, make it porn.
So
draw as many boobs and everything as you want.
So
just take it all the way at that point.
So you're saying
I think I would enjoy it more if that was the case, because at that point it's just like,
they need to dial it up.
yes, it's just flat out there. I read Hell's Paradise Shigoku Raku, right? That series takes it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with it. Ayakashi Triangle ran in Shonen Jump until it got taken out of the magazine because yes, that series I think in the magazine is not good, right?
Okay.
Volume form takes it all the way, perfectly fine.
So the volume uncensors it?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes, the volumes do, and that is why Viz is not publishing the volumes.
All right.
That is why I think 7 Seas is doing it.
Okay.
Because, well, yeah. Alright, so yeah, Gojo's pretty much, he got all of his character stuff. He is into these dolls as his grandpa taught him all about, and has lived his life doing that, and has not gone outside and done much. He gets A's, goes home and paints.
Yeah, I mean, he does kind of live a sad life.
He does. I think leading into that, the next character we should talk about is Gojo's surrogate dad, his grandpa. He's a very good character. In my opinion, the best moment with him is regarding when he learns that Maureen doesn't have a family to eat with.
Mm-hmm.
Invites her over.
Yeah, I think that's a good moment.
It's just a good moment of just showing hey, these characters can have relationships, and while it may seem weird to some people, I mean that's a very kind move that not everybody would make. Mm-hmm. Gojo's grandpa is just a really good person.
Mm-hmm. And some other things I like is that he is the comic relief in many instances because he's so clueless.
Yeah.
And he just happens to walk in on whatever they're doing, which out of context is very funny.
Yeah, I this series does have some good jokes at points.
Mm-hmm.
I think it made me laugh a few times. It's oh my gosh, that's so stupid, yet it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Next character, Maureen.
Yep.
Main female character. Pairing Corbin and Jaden, she's the main character.
Yeah, okay. She I'm pretty sure she won Waifu of the Year.
Did she?
I'm almost certain she did.
No, good old Crunchyroll World Awards.
But
yeah.
It's well deserved, I think.
Sure. So this character, I think, like I said, I think that she's the most mental health problems out of all, right? Mm-hmm. Enjoying something is fine. Wanting to totally become it is on a problem where I'm you may need a little help there, miss.
Well, see, I never saw it as an obsessive look at it. But I mean, now that you mention it, I do get where you're coming from.
Yeah, because it's I understand, but yeah, I don't know what else to say about it in a way. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's a character that exists.
I personally like her because she's very thoughtful towards Gojo, and she isn't she's not a typical tsundere. She likes him from the beginning.
Yeah, almost, yeah. I mean, it works as a romance. I think the romance is very nice and wholesome. Besides, for the 11th episode,
I feel like a lot of people say it's a very wholesome anime. It just has those very perverted moments.
Just take it all the way. I don't care at this point. Just totally, yeah. Okay. I think the two best characters, in my opinion, are the two sisters that show up. Mm-hmm. I don't remember the sisters' names. Do you know what they are?
Nope.
There's the small sister, the older small sister, and the younger big sister. Mm-hmm. I will call them small sister and big sister.
Oh yeah, because their heights are completely opposite.
And one's got breasts, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The small sister is my least favorite out of the two of them, just because her whole introduction of, you make this for me, I stalked you, you make this for me, or else, you know what, I'm calling this off, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
I don't like that, but it is what it is. I think the two sisters all both together, they have a great storyline.
Mhm.
I really like and also another great thing about Gojo, I really liked how he helped out the big sister, and he's like, you want to cosplay, don't you?
Yeah, he figured it out.
You wanna have this life that another person has. All right, you want to cosplay, dude? Sure, I'll help you with it. We will figure this out.
And Gojo puts in the hours, dude, to make this stuff for them.
Oh yeah, he's
very
truly does.
dedicated,
and he makes it all work. And yeah, I just these two sisters. I would recommend My Dress Up Darling just for the episodes where these sisters are involved. Watch up to there and you can stop. As soon as they exit story, you can be done.
Nah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
All right. In terms of episodes, there's 12 of them.
Yep.
11th episode is the episode where
Very much the climax.
shit happens.
Yes.
It's just like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I wanna watch this. It's like,
Well, see, I highly enjoyed that episode, you know?
I wonder why. Just for me, it just made me uncomfortable the entire time.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say, Jaden?
It's very marketable. It's choose a waifu, and when the author feels like he needs another marketable plushie, he can just make another cosplay.
Oh yeah, I think that works.
So, I mean, it's very smart from a profitable standpoint.
And from what I've seen, the volume covers all, like, hold that idea, right? Different cosplay on each one, right?
Yep.
Which I think is an interesting idea.
I think it's around, like, volume 8 or 9, they start doing repeat covers, I guess.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a single cover with Gojo on it, though. We need some justice for my man Gojo. But the animation's good, the soundtrack's good, voice acting's good. In terms of, like, a production standpoint, it is quite nice.
Yeah. Well, I've got one final thing for this. And, for this, I wrote a poem.
Oh, yes.
Jaden has known about this. He has not heard this.
Nope.
I wrote a poem for My Dress Up Darling because I have such a conflicted idea on this series. I think it's just going to be best if I just read this off the top. So I'm reading this off my phone while I'm recording with my phone, so if the audio is a little bad, it is fine.
How long is it?
It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stanzas.
Okay.
Alright. Ready. My Dress Up Darling, a story that makes me sad. A promising premise with a cool surrogate dad. Characters that are good for mostly the right reasons, and flaws that are mainly based on serious addictions. A love story that is told in tales of 12, -1 and you go to horny jail. Prolific protege falls to pornotic promises. The flip side has more personified sinuses. A story complex with 3.75 good characters. Too bad the best leave into midterm conjecture. The good characters have a good storyline, a tale so good it could almost rhyme. In the end, I laughed and I cried. I was very disappointed when my non-horny side died. There you go.
That was much better constructed than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be a bunch of shit.
That took me a good while to write. I think I spent at least a good hour on that.
The rhyming's good. You know, it conveys your thoughts. Clearly, if you put this much effort into it, you must like it enough.
See, that's the thing. I liked it. Besides for the parts that are, as we say in the industry, yeah.
Softcore porn.
Yes.
Overall, if you could give a numerical rating out of 10.
This is very hard for me. There are moments I enjoy. It's not the best thing ever. It's not my top 10. It's not my top 20 probably.
It's probably in my top 20. Not my top 10, but close.
I think it is good. It has moments and characters that are done well.
Mm-hmm.
I mainly like the character of Gojo. The cool surrogate dad is always great. The two sisters are amazing. For that, I think I have to give it a 6.8.
Okay, so...
Because I think there are good things in it. There are good things. But at the same time, as a person, I do not like the aspects where, yeah, okay. Oh, wait, we're in a sex hotel.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's do all this. Oh, no. Oh, great. It's just like, man, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Just, no. There are good jokes in it. I think all in all, the 6.8 is perfectly reflective of my feelings towards the series.
Let's see. So I would give it probably a solid flat 8. I think it has flaws. It's not the best romance I've ever seen, but it's pretty good. There's a wholesome relationship, and it builds naturally, which I think helps.
I would say that. It very builds naturally. But also, one more thing. How has Gojo not realized that he's practically dating this person at this point?
Yeah.
All they do is spend time together. That's all they do.
Right.
And like, I understand his whole thing is he's not been out in the world and done stuff. He has to realize it by this point. He has to. Yeah. How many months goes by in the span of this? 12 out of the first season? Like, it's a good while.
Yeah, it's a good amount of time.
It's like, how have you not realized that, man? Like, I think I'm clueless, but that's a whole nother stage.
But he has the self-control of a Buddhist monk. I give him my respect.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's our thoughts on my dress-up, darling.
Yep.
I feel like that was
a good conversation.
It was. And we'll be back next time with, I think next week we're probably going to record is our next chapter or volume reviews of Nice Glow. We're going to do a better job than we did on the first ones.
Or we could do a review of Evangelion.
That may be the hour-long special we do one day.
All right.
Alrighty. Have a good day, guys. And I'm Corbin, and I'm going out.
Yep, see ya.